Oh. Hey, the unvaccinated are still alive. And the vaccinated are contagious. Major diss, huh? Major diss, huh? Major diss, huh? People like riding the tiger till the tiger turns around and eats them. The more you know, the more dumbfounded you are. Good rising. Looking at some different news reports that are coming in, and the more you see, the more you want to stay away from everything that's going on. Steer clear of all of it. The unvaccinated are not dead. That was a lie you're going to have to deal with.
presence bothers people, not because you said something wrong or acted with hostility, but simply because you were yourself. No masks, no need to please. In certain places, you don't have to shout to make others uncomfortable. All it takes is refusing to bow, not laughing at things you don't find funny, not agreeing with what you find absurd. The silence of someone who thinks differently often echoes louder than 1,000 voices repeating the same thought. Nietzsche knew this. That's why he said the world hates those who refuse to obey. We live surrounded by invisible structures demanding conformity, standards of behavior, imposed morality, social rules that cannot be questioned without being labeled arrogant, difficult, or problematic. But is obedience really a sign of virtue? Or is it, in many cases, just fear? Fear of being judged, rejected, excluded. Because deep down, being free is an offense to a world built on repetition. True freedom, the kind that starts within, as a visceral rejection of pretending, is seen as a threat, and not without reason. When someone decides to be honest with themselves, they reveal what others try to hide, that they
support the fight against statewide concealed carry ban laws, and now the state here is going to have to respond in front of the Supreme Court. So let's break down what is happening. Now, before we jump into this video, I want to ask you guys if you want to support the channel for free. If you just want to give free support to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. That, of course, helps the channel to grow. It also tells the algorithm that you appreciate this type of two-way content. And then just drop a positive comment down below, again, because that tells the algorithm that two-way content is valuable and to share my video and other videos to other people. So as I mentioned in the intro, in this video, we're going to be talking about a very critical challenge, which is currently in front of the Supreme Court. This challenge here impacts multiple states like New York, California, Hawaii, and others who are currently facing attempts to ban concealed carry statewide. This case comes out of Hawaii, and it's the Wolford versus Lopez case, and it's currently seeking emergency Supreme Court intervention, and it's gained a lot of support and momentum. This challenge revolves around a preliminary injunction and the Ninth Circuit, who found that the states here could put in place catch-all public property bans and essentially make permits useless even if you got one. Recently, to the surprise of many, Need the DOJ and AG.
Man. It's amazing, ain't it? Now this should be funny. It's like watching a bad movie. Or not even a movie that's bad, it's a movie that's been seen before. uh, I just thought you all should know that the vaccinated or the unvaccinated are still here. And that's not because of their education. It's because of their willingness to rebel in moral authority. Rebellious little shits. God love them. It's a fine line between genius and insanity, they say. That same fine line is the line between night and day and positive, negative, good and evil. some people are stuck between timelines because their world doesn't exist anymore. And they don't want to participate in this current. Oh. Hey, Donovan. Open floor time, man. Pretty lost for words these days. DEFCON 1. Prepare for shutdown. Stock up on food, gas, groceries. Things are completely destabilized. There's no community. There's only continuity of government. That's the only thing government's concerned with. Government's not concerned with your health care or your welfare or your prosperity. Oh, man. And I'm not going to defend any one of you. No offense. But I learned that my son's life wasn't worth defending and my life wasn't worth defending. So if I don't care about my life, no one's going to. I learned that the hard way. If I speak and they choose to ignore me, that's their choice. That's their fucking prerogative. But I did say something and they chose to fucking ignore me and bury my fucking claims. And act like I didn't say anything. As if I don't even fucking exist. Oh, what a feeling. Man. I think the most disturbing thing I've realized this week is how they create a dead you. A dead you. Your dead twin. It's goddamn disturbing. They conjure up, cause to create a soul contract through a made up you by drawing blood from the heel of the child and placing the footprint in blood on the paper, causing creates a soul contract, a soul title. So they bond babies to paper, creating a bond. And then, this is sick, right? Fucking sick. Like, what? Then they take the placenta and the umbilical cord and they put it in a baggie and they staple it to the fucking birth certificate. And now that's the dead you that they can conjure up out of you every time they want to. Blood magic. Isn't that goddamn disturbing? Let's have public therapy about it, Donovan. This country was established by good people. Pirates, sex traffickers, pimps and hoes, witches and warlocks. Good people. But once you're aware of it, then it's over. Look how people react to me. I'm aware of it. It's over for them. I'm above and beyond most people's comprehension. By accident. The more you see, the more you know. The more you know, the more you become aware. This whole thing's coming down. Why would I want to climb the corporate ladder when I know the ladder is about to fall over? You want to know why I know the ladder is about to fall over? Well, here's why I know that the ladder is going to fall over. Because I kicked it over. So it's not a guess. I didn't want to hold it up. So I'm gonna kick it over. I was gonna kick it over by telling people, hey guys, when you climb that corporate ladder, you get to a precipice that you like. When you find a job or a position you like, you're working in that really cool office building, and you have that office with a window. You have the view from the highest of the heights. Well, when you have that position, somebody else wants that position, and they always want it more than you do. Somebody's gonna push you out that fucking window so they can take your job. Your wife. Wow. I was staying home. So a lot of people right now, their world doesn't goddamn exist due to changes in the education system. And I don't know if you blame the union or the political parties for it. But ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing the day that the fool became the hangman with a noose for you. Every day. I'm not the fool anymore. I'm the hangman. I evolved quietly. You know who else is the hangman? The title, Jesus. Angel of death. Grim Reaper. Gatekeeper between heaven and hell. Hell of a job. I'm sure there's a school for it. Ivy. In my math, I changed numbers to vectors and variables. So V stands for vectors and variables. When you stop using the numbers the way they're ascribed to you, start changing the language like I did, boy, you managed to confuse everybody. The numbers are the angles, and the angles are the vectors or the variables. And the numbers give you geometric coding, give you corrective coding, give you formulas for generating geometric figures. But that's beyond most all of you. This is about death and decomposition, slow breakdown of things, giving divination and definition to expansions in life and death. Vortex math. Amazing, huh? People are living to die and dying to live. You're making a killing, someone's dying. Boy, if you're sitting silent to me, then I fucking killed you. Isn't that shit fucking goddamn funny? Silence is golden when you caused it, Matthew. You told me that's good rising. That really should speak to the quality of people that you deal with on a daily, huh? Silent and fucking obedient. Here I am dog whistling, you dogs. Where do I come up with this stuff, Tobez, eh? It's like it just comes to me out of nowhere. My parents were alcoholics. I think it's very important for you to know that. Why is that? Well, I think it's very important for you to comprehend. I spent half my life at Alcoholics Anonymous. 10 years of my life homeless and 20 years of my life contracting for corporations other than myself. I don't even have a degree. How the fuck are you smarter than me? So, did some rearranging in here, told me yesterday. And boy, people were shocked. 3 years ago, I asked myself, why go to work for the store when you can be your own store? It's such a simple idea. This shit's goddamn amazing. Now, if my calculations are correct, and I sold everything in this store every day, every month and year, I sold everything in here and I reinvested every day. But everything got sold every day. I figure I'd be making about 40 or 50 million a year without anyone's goddamn permission. But that's a goddamn headache. So, man, that's a goddamn headache, and you don't want that. You don't want that. Just like paparazzi and 1,000 people chasing you all day, taking pictures of you. You don't want that. I don't want that. Why lie, V, when the truth is goddamn entertaining, huh? These fucking whores won't pay me $1 for my goddamn time, but if I really wanted to, I could make a whole lot of cheddar without any of your fucking permission. I don't wait for everybody to give me a goddamn living or a handout to feed myself. I'm not gonna wait for you to feed me. The fuck? You know how funny it is for me listening to 25 million people crying about losing their food stamps? I haven't seen food stamps in 15 years. Didn't bother me none. And all those people crying that lost their fucking BRAP loans and their free housing. I want to laugh at you. I don't get free BRAP. I don't get free housing. As a matter of fact, nobody gives me a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying to give me? A chance for fucking survival. Well, I was supposed to be dead 30 years ago. And those words are what drive me. I ain't supposed to be walking, but yet still walking. I ain't supposed to be alive, but hello, still here. I fucking disappoint all of you every day. That became my happy stomping ground. Look at little red man. He's fucking happy now. Hey, smart people. The unvaccinated are still alive and nobody wants to talk about it. Elvis lives. Bigfoot's in the house. Holy shit. Maybe I should come in here riding a fucking tie-dyed unicorn, wearing a pink tutu and a fucking tiara. And you still wouldn't believe it. Can you see it? And I'm having a proud moment for myself, you know, when I went at chicken dinner. Mm-hmm. When I went at chicken dinner. Ringing dingalings, Pride Month. This is Father's Day weekend, wasn't it? Or is it next weekend? I don't know. The whole month is for fathers. Fuck these faggots. Daddies are taking over. You bitches are all goddamn fired. Hey, a shaman once said if you allow women to dictate terms to your reality, the society will fail everybody. You know, and I'm looking around. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. You know, and I'm looking around. Sounds about right. You got alpha females, Republicans, and you got beta boys in the Democratic Party, the good old boys. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Think you got more gas than the gas man? I got more sass for your ass than sass for ass. I can do this all goddamn day long. Want to see a filibuster? I perfected it from home. It's just fucking hilarious. You can laugh to death or cry to death, you know that? You can be pushed to either extreme. Narcissists hate being laughed at. Oh. And children hate being ignored. Imagine that. You know what I'm fucking suffering from? Angry child syndrome. Angry child syndrome. Yes. There are lots of angry children, and some of them are grown up. 'Goddamn funny, isn't it, Thomas? You know, like 20% of people have an internal dialogue with themselves. That means they can hear their thoughts internally and express them externally. 20%. 20%. 80 do not, 20 do. And I'm laughing because only 20% of children are raised by their fathers, 80% are not. 80% are vaccinated, 20% are not. 80-20. Works real well with my 4-quarter system, right? I've been using 4-quarter system for 20 fucking years. 4 quarters and a dollar, right? Spiritual banking. That's what we should start calling this. Hey, think about it like this, Thomas. What's done in my house will be done to your house times 10. Say 10. 10. That's in Yahoos. What you doing, Matthew? Fishing? Netting? Yahoos. You might even say I'm trolling. If I'm going to sit here and troll you and heckle you to your fucking face, do you think I'm fucking stupid? 10 net 10 Netanyahu's. Fuck Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu off my cock. Caucus members. I'm here to confuse everybody at the same time. That's my job. What if Satan is your landlord and you're a fucking 10 net? And you don't have to worry about it happening in the future because it happened in the past and it's happening now and it's already here. It's amazing what you can figure out when you think for a minute, huh? So you're in hell already, and Satan is your landlord, and you're a tenant in hell. You gotta learn that in school. You gotta learn that from Todd Church. Where are you gonna learn that from? And don't deny your neighbors the opportunity of hearing it. You know what I mean? My formula says the more the merrier, like Robin Hood and his merry men. Bring more to the party. Call your mother. They won't want to believe this shit. Hey, you're suffering amnesia and you fucking fail to remember. Whoa. You ever notice how Christians say to drop dead and go to hell? It always struck me as odd. What if you're already in hell? Then you ain't got nowhere to go. You're already there. Holy shit. Then the whole religion became false, right? The fuck? They're afraid of going to hell, but you're already there. Sounds like you're riding a short fucking bus. So you got nowhere to go. But you're already there. Amazing. I said science proved the existence of creator and intelligent design, and religion made the world unlivable, but no one wanted to talk about it. Right? Twisted. Kind of like preachers pimping children and pimps preaching to the children. That's all twisted, right? The pimp's trying to save the children and the preachers are pimping them. Holy shit. Fucking twisted, huh? Call Mother Mary about it. That's for Catholic. Here's the hook. Whose mother's superior? Mine or yours? Shh. Realized it was a question. It's not actually a title or anyone's fucking position. I mean, think about it. If you don't see any women running around, whose mother's superior? Mine or yours? My mom is better than your mama. Your mama's shit. Strikes you out as soon as you hear it, right? Whose mother's superior? Mine or yours? No one knows. No one tell me anything. How am I supposed to know better? Those are what I said for a while. When you beat the devil, you become the devil to beat. Take life by the horns. Take a bull by the horns. Take the devil by the horns. Little boy blue, blow your horn. Where's a horn but a trumpet? And a four is the trump card. I want to see somebody trump me. Trump this. Looks Russian, doesn't it? You know what happens when you tell the truth in front of a fucking mountain? They dissolve. Liquefaction right under their goddamn feet. I gotta go take a shit. Mommy, I just had a bowel movement in my drawers. He wasn't supposed to say that in public. How dare he? That wasn't very kosher. Thou, Matthew, respect your elders. See, they don't understand why I was able to acquire as I have. Well, it's quite simple. I'm not like you. I didn't wait around for anyone to give me an opportunity. I made my own goddamn opportunity. I created that opportunity for myself. I didn't wait for anyone to fucking give it to me. I saw a window of opportunity and I took it, and it didn't cost me much to start doing this. And about $1,000 I started with 3 years ago, and snowballed. Yeah. What happens when you buy $1,000 worth of items in a month, and then you sell them for 2,000? You take 1,000 to pay yourself and reinvest the other 1,000 to do it all over again. Well, this is where it gets wild, people. Every time you invest $1 in yourself, you get a $10 profit. No one believes it. No one believes it. I do, but no one else. No, that's the amazing part. My little business card generated me about $100,000 in sales. And I started with a $50 investment in myself. That's why I'm laughing at you. I've handed out 1,500 business cards without anyone's permission. The bigger the pile gets, the more fries show up. It's a big pot of poop. It's a metaphor for you. Right? For the layman, I just simply realized I was 25 years in sales. If I have things to sell, then I'm never broke. Ever. And I think that's a very, very important lesson, especially for people to start with nothing. And we all buy things and we all sell things. Very few people do both. Buying, selling, spiritual banking. I'm not selling you what I'm giving you. I gave it to you. But typically people spit in my face when I give them a gift. My toy box is bigger than theirs now. I wound up with all their children's toys.